Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we are going to learn how to crochet the Happy Days Triangle Scarf. Now, because I'm here working at my workstation, it's hard for me to get too much of this shawl in the Happy Days shawl in the screen here, but you'll have seen some photos at the start of this video. This is a triangular shaped shawl and it's so easy to work. It's worked in one of my favorite stitches, the moss stitch, which has a beautiful texture, beautiful drape. I've added some thick tassels to each of the three corners in this shawl. The final shawl is quite large. I wanted it nice and cozy to wrap around me and even tie if necessary. So the finished size is 83 inches, which is across this long top edge. So that's at the two widest points. And then it's 43 inches deep. So from the top straight edge down to our corner, our bottom point. It takes about 2,000 yards of a lightweight yarn. I use the Mandala Bonus Bundles. The color that you see in the photos is Sasquatch. And it's a 100% acrylic yarn. There's about 1,100 yards per cake. And again, I used 2 of these. Now, I didn't use the whole cake. I probably used about 1.5 of the cakes, but I found it helpful to have the 2 full cakes simply because when I came to join the second ball of yarn, I did cut the cake a little bit because I wanted the colors to continue in the order that they had started. So I did cut the cake and then rejoin as necessary. But you'll want 2 of those. You'll also need a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook and a copy of the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. Take a look around. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Now I mentioned that this shawl is quite large, so I made it large enough to wrap around and then kind of cross over and tie in the front, or really wrap it to make it nice and cozy. The shawl is easy to adjust, so I'll show you how to do that as far as the size is concerned when I come to that point. So we're going to start off, the shawl is worked in rows, and we're going to start off at the bottom point of our shawl. And to do that, you're going to make your slip knot, and then you're going to chain 2. Next, you're going to work 3 single crochet stitches into the second chain from your hook. There's 1, 2, and 3. Next, chain 2 and turn your work. For row 2, we're going to work a single crochet into this first stitch. So just at the base of this chain 2 turning chain, single crochet into that first stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and work 2 single crochets into your next stitch. So into that third one, there's 1 and 2. At the end of this row, you're going to have 3 single crochet stitches in total, plus a chain 1 space and your starting chain 2 space, but 3 single crochets. You're then going to chain 2 and turn your work. Now for row 3, we're going to single crochet in the first stitch, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and work 2 single crochet stitches into your chain 2 space. So you may have to kind of pull it back a little bit, but insert your hook under that chain 2 and work 2 single crochet stitches. We're now going to essentially repeat that row 3 for as long as we would like to work. So for mine, I worked it until that long edge reached about 83 inches. So chain 2, turn your work, single crochet into the first stitch, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the next chain 1 stitch, space, chain 1, and work 2 single crochet stitches into the chain 2 space. Chain 2 and turn your work. Single crochet into the first stitch, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the next chain 1 space. You're going to repeat that all the way across to your chain 2 space. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next space. When you come to that chain 2 space, chain 1, skip 1, 2 single crochet stitches into your chain 2 space. You will see that you're going to start seeing that triangular shape that makes up your shawl. Chain 2, turn your work, and repeat. Single crochet in the same stitch, in this first stitch, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Repeat that all the way across to your chain 2 space. When you come to the chain 2, you'll chain 1, skip 1, and work 2 single crochet stitches into that chain 2 space, and repeat. So you're going to go ahead and simply repeat that row 4 until your triangle shawl reaches the desired size. So again, you can make it larger or smaller. It's really up to you. You're simply going to repeat that row 4 for as long as you would like. Then fasten off, weave in your ends, and add your tassels if desired. I added 1 tassel in each of the corners, and there are many tutorials out there on how to make a tassel. I used a clover tassel maker, but you can certainly make them with cardboard as well. You don't need to actually go out and get that maker. There's so many ways to make them. You can also add pom-poms if you'd rather to each of your corners. But again, you're simply going to repeat that row 4 for as long as you would like. Fasten off, weave in your ends, add the tassel to each corner, and that is your Happy Days shawl. So thank you so much for joining me on this very quick tutorial on how to work the Happy Days shawl in this easy moss stitch. Enjoy and happy crocheting until next time. Bye.